Levistria knocked on the door to Meldoristria's room. The door slowly opened to reveal Meldoristria. Her face was a little depressed as she welcomed Levistria into her room. "What is the matter?" Levistria asked. "Are we doing the right thing? I do not like this feeling of betraying our comrades, who we have known for thousands of years. I still do not believe that Dominaster would have killed us." Meldoristria spoke in a saddened voice. Placing a hand on Meldoristria's cheek, Levistria lovingly said, "You are such a loyal person, which is why I care for you. The laws that exist in your beliefs are straight and true as an arrow, but it is this reason why I feel for you." Meldoristria was silent as she thought about Levistria's words. She placed a hand on top of Levistria's hand and tried to smile. "As always, you're right. I do not mean to sound ungrateful. Having you here is reassuring. Let us go around and see what this place looks like," Levistria suggested, trying to brighten the mood. Taking hold of Meldoristria's hand, Levistria headed out of their room. As they left the room, the two of them ran into a woman who was also heading out. "Sorry, we did not look where we were going," Levistria apologized to the woman. "No worries. I am also at fault for not paying attention," the woman laughed, finding the situation amusing. "Are the two of you new to Felicitas?" the woman asked. Levistria could feel Meldoristria's hand tense from the woman's question. Using her thumb, Levistria gently caressed Meldoristria's hand to let her know that there was nothing to fear. "Yes. How did you know?" she asked the woman. "The two of you have the same look I had when I first arrived here. I am still relatively new to living in the city," the woman giggled. Realizing something, the woman said, "I'm sorry for being so rude. My name is Val." "Hello, Val. I am Levistria, and she is Meldoristria," she said. "If you do not mind, I can guide you around the city," Val offered them. Thinking it a wise thing to get acquainted with those living in the city, Levistria smiled at her and nodded her head. "We would be happy to have someone guiding us around the city." When they reached the bottom of the living quarters, Val said, "As you probably noticed, this entire area is dedicated towards the living quarters for people living in Felicitas. We call this place the housing district." "It is odd seeing how this place is organized," she remarked to Val. Val laughed at the comment and nodded her head. "I admit that it was something I had to get used to, but after living here for a time, I found it made sense. The city has a natural rhythm to it, so you can meet people as they are heading off to their professions." Val waved to her family, who looked to be enjoying the day with their kids. "The humans here look very different from those living in other cities," Meldoristria remarked. Levistria agreed with Meldoristria's assessment. Humans and other intelligent creatures had always had a look of struggle on their faces, aside from those who were placed in higher positions. Seeing so many of them appear to be happy and missing the usual appearance of despair and hopelessness was odd. "Is there anywhere you would like to visit first?" Val asked them. The city is divided into 5 districts: the Supply District, Education District, Shopping District, Housing District, where we currently are, and Social Living and Resource District. "I am interested in the Shopping District," Levistria answered. From her experience, a civilization could be measured by the power of its trading capabilities. If a culture could not bring in goods for its people to use, then it would eventually starve itself of growth. As they walked through the housing district, there were more and more families and individuals who appeared to be moving with purpose. Even those who were socializing appeared to look fulfilled in their lives. not appearing lazy like those in other cities who talk to avoid work. Leaving the district, the number of people drastically increased. This is the central location, where many administrative activities take place. As you can see, this gets pretty busy as people go from one district to another. I sometimes enjoy sitting at the fountains and watch people as I enjoy my lunch, Val commented. They continued into the shopping district, seeing people coming and going out of the various stores and businesses. I do not think I have seen a busier market than here, Meldistria said in wonder. Yes, it appears that this place is doing very well. Sally watched as the people she was commanded to watch headed into the shopping district. Targets are heading into the shopping district, she reported back to command. Acknowledged. Agent in training Sally. Continue to follow a protocol for monitoring new arrivals, a voice commanded. Understood, command, Sally said. As she opened the shadow portal to the nearby building, she jumped into and emerged on the other side. Status, she asked as she moved to the edge of the building. Targets are still walking, Kim's voice was heard in her ear. Due to her abilities being weakened during the day, she was sometimes unable to keep an eye on targets. Luckily, the team she was in helped one another to cover weaknesses in each person's ability. What do you think they're like? Kate asked the team. They're probably like everyone else who moves into the city. We are fortunate that there are so many new people coming to Felicitas so that we can gain more experience in covert engagement, Ashley commented. Make sure that you guys stay focused. Even if this is something we have done 100 times, underestimating a target can lead to trouble. Sally reprimanded her team. It was still weird to discipline her friends that she'd hung out with so often, but fortunately, everyone agreed that Sally was better suited for such a position. Yes, team leader, Ashley responded. Sorry, team leader, Kate said. Sorry, team leader, Kim echoed. Remember that command never gives us additional information so that we always stay on our toes. For all we know, they are powerful mages, so make sure that you guys do not let your presence leak out. You do not want to be reprimanded by Lady Annapolis and Lady Horacia, right? Sally reminded them. Each of her teammates was silent as they remembered how a knife appeared at their necks and a voice whispered, "You are dead." The Jungle Sisters were not forgiving towards those they caught, which ended with the entire team running laps in the training dimensions. Sally shivered at the idea of running hours inside of the desert dimension, which would shift temperatures randomly at random intervals. 1 minute they would be running in blistering hot temperatures, and the next they would be freezing. I cannot believe they had us catch our food, even after running the entire time, and spending an entire week inside of that place. Ashley spoke up as she remembered the terrible memories. At least we have not gotten caught by our targets, Sally thought to herself. She remembered watching the images of spies they caught inside the city and imagined it could be their corpses other people like her would see. Being trained as an agent was something Sally greatly enjoyed and hoped that she would be allowed to travel around the world. Her instructors talked about how they would be creating the largest intelligence network the world had ever seen, and it would require them to form it. Being a part of something new was such a fantastic thing, and each day she thanked the master of the city for such an opportunity. She hoped that someday she would be able to meet him, kneeling in front of him as he gave her an award. It had been almost a week since they had been observing the two people. In the off chance that one of them split away from the other, Sally was tasked with reporting the events so command could inform the support team to track the other one. As the leading team, it was Sally's responsibility with keeping everyone informed. As she was looking around her position, She spotted a little movement, and focusing on the object, Sally realized that it was another team who was likely tracking a different target. Command, I have spotted another team. Can you confirm? She asked Command. There was a pause and Command said, Congratulations, Team 30. A point will be assigned to you. The object turned out to be Nell, who stopped and looked around. When he spotted Sally, who had halted her cloaking skill, he hand signaled, Nice job. You got lucky this time, but I will get you back. Nell added a unique gesture to let her know that it was said in good fun. Not with your skills you won't, she teased him. Sally watched as he slowly faded away, this time eliminating all traces of his presence. Congrats, Sally, Kim said. It means that we are one step closer to being agents, Ashley voiced happily. We should go into the stronghold and celebrate, Kate suggested. That sounds like a great idea, Sally agreed. Status report, she said to remind everyone about what they were here for. Targets are heading into a dining area, Kim reported back. I want Kim and Kate to follow the targets and observe them from the ceiling. Follow the usual pattern for placing yourself diagonally from one another. Ashley will be on the ground and observe them from the outside. I'll be on the rooftops, Sally ordered, going with the strategy they learned in training. Command, targets are entering a dining facility. We are preparing to monitor them, she communicated. Support team will be informed, Command replied. As her team was beginning to get into position, there was a bright light that appeared in the sky. Sally quickly turned her head and saw a beam of energy heading towards the city. Before it was able to attack the city, the beam hit the automated defenses. In addition to the first attack, there were 4 more that appeared, making 5 beams of energy hitting the city. Across the surface of the shield, Sally noticed rainbows flashing over the shield's surface. Command, we have a situation. Felicitas is under attack, she yelled into the communication device inside her helmet. Team, continue to observe targets. Do not let them out of your sight, she commanded her team, letting them know that she was handling what needed to be handled, but reminding them that they had a mission. Yes, team leader, they responded in unison. Team leader Sally, you are to hand over your targets to the support team and report to the nearest gate with your team. Further instructions will be given once you complete your assignment. Command, please provide current status, she asked. Current status is caution, Command answered. Sally looked at the beams, which were still hitting the shield. Team, we have a new assignment. Track my position and head towards the nearest gate, she ordered her team as she jumped into her shadow. Who would be crazy enough to attack the city? She asked herself in confusion.